my baby hot. Don't speak to any moment. Product of her environment. Shout out the global woman. Can't box her in with any trend. No, she's a global woman. Call Fire Marshal Bill. Like, let me tell you something. Flawless, beautiful. Follow codes down to her toes. Cuticles, picking rolls with the flow. Slam dunking all the goals. Silvers for the novice and golds for the pros.
What's going on, everybody out there in TV land, on YouTube and on Facebook Live? We come to you tonight to interrupt your regular, special, normal program. I'm sorry, I said it wrong, Obi. You know, it's been a while, y'all. It's been a while. First of all, let me apologize to y'all for last week. You know, we've been having some stuff going on, and we try to get to the show. You know, I coach football now, so sometimes our schedule get a little bit off whack. And you know, Kyra, she's out of town, so that's why we knew last week's program. But again, y'all, welcome to the show tonight. Facebook. We talk about this every single week. Facebook. Go to YouTube and the search bar, put Nutz, N-U-T-Z, Boltz, B-O-L-T-Z of life, and come and watch us live on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Don't forget to click that like button. It's the thumbs up. Then slide your finger on over and press the subscribe. And don't forget to click the all so you get all of the notifications when we're going live or dropping new content. Lastly, share. You might ask, share this video to where? Well, most of us have Facebook, so that's where you can share it to, or anywhere you desire. Yes, y'all. Make sure y'all sharing these messages. It takes us needing you to get to the next level. So please share these messages. Also, we are doing something new. Every time we hit the 200 milestone mark with subscribers, we will go into the chat and find one or two people and send them a gift. But you must be a subscriber to participate. Last time, like I said before, OB just did a random one, and he got Shannon Oliver. I said a whole government name. Sorry. We got Shannon, a free gift, Nutz and Boltz, and we want to do it again. I believe we're about 177 subscribers, so we're getting close to the 200 mark. So yes, guys, if you want to get a free gift, please subscribe to us. You know, we got all type of free gifts to give away. But also, I want you guys to check out my video about my Stop Playing Apparel company. Stop Playing was created to motivate, inspire, uplift, and inform individuals about viewing life through an alternate lens. No two individuals travel the same road or embark on the same journey. Yet obstacles are faced by all. Despite the challenge, if you believe it, you can achieve it. By purchasing a shirt, you can be part of motivating and inspiring someone to achieve greatness. Come join the movement at stopplaying.net. Yes, come join the movement, guys. Come join the movement at stopplaying.net. All right, y'all? Y'all know how it is. Lastly, if you like to donate to us because you think we're doing a good job or you just want to donate to us, there's a QR code right on the screen. All monetary gifts are appreciated. We accept your gifts in any form or fashion you like, but we understand you might not be able to scan the QR code. So we got a cash app or cash tag right on the screen. You can type in. The cash tag is $Nutz, N-U-T-Z, Boltz, B-O-L-T-Z 1. Again, is $Nutz, Boltz 1. Also, guys, before we get to our introductions, we're looking to help you out. If you have a business or you have some kind of company and you'd like for us to advertise it right on our show, we always looking for sponsors. We always trying to advertise you guys. So if you want to have us advertise your business, or you just want to sponsor us, you can reach out to myself, Edmund Chapman, or you can reach out to Tashina Nicole via Facebook. Again, you can reach out to myself, Edmund Chapman, or you can email me at eddieed30@gmail.com, or you can reach out to Tashina Nicole on Facebook if you like for us to advertise your business, whatever you have, hairline, clothing, your author, whatever you have. If you want us to advertise your business, please hit us up. And with that being said, welcome to Nuts and Bolts of Life. I'm your host, Edmund Chapman, and I'm the CEO of Stop Playing Apparel. And I'm kind of rusty tonight, y'all, so I apologize.
I'm Sheena Nicole from Chicago.
Can't hear you, Ob.
Welcome back, Sheena Nicole. My name is Obi. I'm from North Carolina. I don't have a clothing line, and I'm not rusty because I was here last week.
Shots fired at me. I guess Kyrie in here. Shots fired at me. Hey, what did Kanye West say on the Dream Team album? We got the producer on. We got the producer. Hey, y'all, we got the producer tonight on the show.
Hey, Sheena Nicole is back.
She's back. So y'all know how we do every single week. Y'all know what happened before we get the show started. We always got to do Ed's story time. Come on now, y'all know how it is. Yes, Ed's story time. All right, so tonight's story time. I got a story time for y'all, and I got a question for y'all too while we on here. Since it's on the three of us tonight, so we can talk a little bit. We family. So Ed's story time it's kind of funny, right? So y'all heard that show called Pop the Balloon, Pop Your Balloon, Pop a Balloon or something on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So I always see people getting popped. So I just want to know, like, I wonder would I get popped. So I actually fill out the application to be on the show. Because I just wanted to see would I get popped. I just want to see, like, I wonder would I get popped if I went on that show. They asked you, they had a whole questionnaire and stuff, and they asked you all these questions or whatever. But I guess I didn't get picked because I think I'm too old. Because I noticed everybody be like 25 and younger on there. There's never nobody like 35 or older. It's always a younger crowd. And shout out to her. She's doing her thing. I think her name is Arlette. I know it's different versions. I'm talking about the Arlette one, the original one. But yeah, I did it. That was my story time. Y'all actually applied. I just want to see, not because I was looking for a woman or date or anything. I just want to see when I come out there, would they pop my balloon? Am I ugly or am I handsome? Is that really a word? Am I? If I want to see, I actually want to see. Sheena, don't shake your head. I was wondering, like, would I get my balloon pop? Y'all ain't never thought about that before. Like,
okay, so what if you didn't get your balloon pop? Would you have went on a date with that woman?
I would have went through the whole little process, and I would have felt good about myself. I lasted hours to the end with no pop balloons. If I had to do the popping, and then
that's crazy.
At the end, what I would have went on a date with her, depending, because they don't be looking too. I don't know, depending how she look, maybe. But then again, it's like she in another state. I ain't about to do no long distance stuff, so I would have played off real good. We'd have walked off hand to hand. Then we got backstage. I was like, honey, ain't that type of party.
No
tragic.
Don't tell nobody. But yeah, that's Ed's story time. Before we get to today's topic, I got a question for y'all too. We about to talk for a few minutes. Then we gonna I know everybody get to the story. We gonna get to the topic. I promise. I got a question for y'all, both of y'all. So do y'all think R. Kelly is a bad guy and needs to be in jail?
Oh God.
This is a yes or no. This is a yes or no.
Yeah.
Obi?
I think
this yes or no. This yes or no. Obi? I'm going somewhere with this.
I need to give an explanation first.
No, I'm going somewhere with this.
Right,
I'm going somewhere with this. You can explain after I finish. I just want to know.
I don't want to be on the jury on this because I'm an R. Kelly fan. So
I would like to
recuse myself.
Off of what he did, yes or no? Do you think he's to be in jail?
I didn't have access to all of the.
I don't want you to know, man. You making the question longer than have
to
be. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm yes with you guys, and we can talk about that later. Do you think P. Diddy needs to be in jail for what he did? Just off what you know. Just off what you know. This is yes or no. Off what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes too. Okay, I got one more for y'all. People that's drug dealers and kill people, do y'all think they need to be in jail for doing that also?
Killing people, yeah.
Killing people,
and people that's selling drugs in their own neighborhood. Do y'all think they need to be in jail?
Sheena, you up there like you up there like
it's a yes or no.
She's like, I smoke weed. I can't do that. I can't answer that question.
I'm talking about people that cook selling drugs, not weed. I'm talking about drugs. Like they be like, I be in the kitchen cooking that dope. Those people, drug
Um,
dealers and people that kill people. Do y'all think they need to be in jail?
Killers, unless you have a reason to, yes.
No, that's a yes or no. See, you're going too far
killers,
with it.
yes. Drug dealers.
Mm, yeah.
Mm,
Okay, so I'm with Obi. Me and Obi said yes to all three. My point
okay.
is, this is my point I was trying to make. We listen to the rap songs all the time, talking about selling dope and killing people. But then on the other hand,
Mm.
like we can't listen to R. Kelly music. What's the difference? If they
I,
all, we just said they all bad. Everybody said they all bad, but as soon as you play R. Kelly, nah, I can't listen to R. Kelly music for what he did. But you can listen to the rapper talking about killing and selling drugs to their own community, and that's okay. I'm just trying to figure out what's the difference, Obi. What's the difference between what R. Kelly did, what PD did, and the dealer selling dope and talking about killing folks
I
and
think a
doing
lot of the
money?
stories that the rappers do, I think it's like fictional. They just make that stuff up.
yeah,
Um,
it ain't
I
really. They don't really do it.
yeah,
A lot of people said they did do it. Jay-Z and them said they did do it.
but he never
Lil
got
Baby,
convicted.
Baby did shoot somebody before. It's other people
Yeah,
that claim they did do it though.
little baby,
Claim.
his case got dismissed. It was like self defense.
Mm.
Jay-Z hadn't got convicted, and everybody that's saying they doing stuff like I don't really believe all that. They
I'm
just
saying, but
said,
we're just going off what they say. That's to say if they for real. We're just going off what we can't say if they didn't do it. We don't know. We wasn't in the house with them. We don't know if they did it or not. I'm just saying people always be like, don't play no R. Kelly music because of what he did. And I'm with y'all. He needs to be in jail. I get it. But why we okay with playing the other people's music and they talking about selling drugs to their own community? They ain't going to the white man community or nobody else selling drugs in house and shooting people in black on black crime, but we okay still listen to their music, but we not okay listen to R. Kelly. I just want to know what's the difference. I'm just trying to figure it out.
for me, is that they've been convicted and the rappers haven't yet.
Someone
Yet.
been in jail. They just got out of jail. Someone went to jail, got out.
Hmm. I don't listen to crazy music anyway, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I listen to R. Kelly all day. So
Me too, because
Mhm.
I actually separate the what he did from the music. I don't when I listen to R. Kelly, I don't think about what he did. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to the rappers outside, I'm like Obi. I'm like, y'all ain't really did this. I'm looking at that part. P Diddy, I really didn't like his music, but when he was Biggie doing the Biggie stuff, I'm listening to. I'm not looking at what they. I'm just listening to the music. I just wonder because every time you play some R. Kelly songs, I'm like, oh no, I can't listen to that. And I was thinking like, but you listen to this other person did X, Y, and Z. So I just wonder what y'all thoughts was real quick. That's all.
Yeah.
But anyway, Obi, you struggling over there to answer the question. I'm like, yeah, it ain't that deep, bro. It wasn't that deep. What's the nice story time, Obi?
Tonight's story line is, and it is a deep subject. The child support bias. We're going to talk about like how people feel about child support, if they think it's biased or not. Um, I wish we had a child support advocate or expert up here to kind of talk things through, but we don't. So we just kind of have a little family discussion sitting around the table.
Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about is child support bias. Well, my thought is I'm just wondering what y'all thought on it. My thought is yes, it is bias. What do y'all thought about it? Thoughts about it?
I agree. It definitely is. Um, I feel like it's more for, well, at least Illinois is pro women. They don't really look at the whole picture, like any woman I feel like a mother can go to the court and be like, hey, I want to put my son's father or my daughter's father on child support right now. And she don't really need that much, evidence
Hmm.
as to why. And, I don't think it's fair, honestly.
Yeah, I think that it is biased. I think that just the court system in itself just allows, not allows, but women kind of get over more than men do. Just my opinion. Um, and I get over is not the right word, but I think because of the situation that they're in, I think women get the benefit of the doubt a lot more than men do. and it's just my opinion.
Mm,
Not to say that men don't should not pay and should not want to
mm-hmm,
pay, but it's just I think because of the situation, they get the benefit of the doubt.
And I also agree. I think it's biased. And I'm gonna give y'all a quick example of why I feel
Hmm.
like it's biased. I'm gonna use my own self because I'm always transparent and it's all good. So when my daughter mother, because I don't do the baby mama stuff, my daughter mother put me on child support. It's so crazy. And if the table would turn, and y'all can agree with this, it would went totally different. So she put me on child support because she was just out of spite. The first time we went to court, she didn't show up at all. What the court should have did? They should have threw it out, right? You gonna show up? Should have got thrown out. Nope. They
mm-hmm,
said we're gonna give her another chance to come. Second time, I went to court again. Guess what happened again, Sheena? She didn't show up again for the second time. This time it should have been thrown out again, right?
mm-hmm,
Nope. The third time we had I believe a 9 o'clock appointment. The third time. They didn't call our names until 10 o'clock. She walked in at 10:01, right when after they called our names. And I'm looking like, y'all gotta be kidding me. They gave her 3 chances, but it was flipped around. They probably would have threw the book at me if I would have missed
Every
the very
time,
first time
every time.
coming.
Hmm.
And
mm-hmm,
Every
then when
time.
we went to the back, if anybody don't know how child support works, in Illinois, it went this way. We went to the back and we sat down with a mediator. And the mediator asked me, okay, how much you think you can pay? I think it was bi-weekly or monthly. I can't remember if it was bi-weekly or monthly. I wrote it down on a piece of paper, gave it to her. She showed my child's mother. She said, nope, that's not enough. So all right. I wrote down another number. Now the mediator was a woman. I wrote down another number, gave it to the lady, and she gave it to my child's mother, and she said no again. The lady looked so disgusted, so mad. Like, come on, are you kidding me? To the lady, to my child's mother. She was so mad. She like, it's nothing else I can do. Because every time you write something down, she keeps saying no. So we had to go in front of a judge. Now check this out, Sheena. We went in front of a judge. Before all this happened, I was giving my child mother money every month. I was giving her money. One time I told her, I can't give you money on this check because I'm about to go buy a car. I will give you money the following check. This girl went to called my bank and had money transferred anyway. It almost messed me up from buying my car because, but luckily I was still able to buy the car. So when we went in front of the judge, I told the judge what happened. She didn't even argue it. She said, yeah, I did do that because that's the money he owed me. Didn't argue it at all. You think the
oh,
judge took my side? No. Still threw the book at me, still pay my child support, and I ended up having to pay some crazy like almost $600 a month in child support. So
Wow.
yes, I
See,
think
I
it is
think
biased to women.
I think honestly, the first time that you didn't show up to court, they probably would have said, "We're gonna give you a contempt of court charge, or maybe a failure to appear." The second time, the second or
mm,
third time, you probably would have went to jail. They would have thrown the book at you, and then they probably would have increased your child support just because, with no reason, just because you didn't show up. Um, and that's just another example of how I think child support is biased. I mean, I'm a stand up guy, and I think all men should take care of their responsibilities. I think all
mm-hmm,
women, if the table will turn, I think all women should take care of their responsibilities. But most of the time, it falls on us to take care of our responsibilities, and we need to do better. And men that have sons that have babies out there, talk to your boys. Say, hey, are you taking care of that baby? Just because you're paying child support, you can go pick him up every blue moon, take him to get a haircut, check in up on him, see if she needs anything else. He might need some shoes, a pair of pants, or something, but child support isn't always enough. It's just to support. But let me get off my soapbox real quick.
Shane, you got anything to add? Fire read some questions out.
um,
I can go right to the question if you had nothing
um,
to add.
I definitely agree. Now, I would say, don't get me wrong, like some men do
Hmm.
deserve to be on child support because they legit don't take care of their responsibilities. But then you have some who legit are still doing for their child, yet still they get put on child support. Like I see it all the time. And I just think that a lot of women do it definitely out of spite. Um, And definitely just to make that man's life miserable. And I don't think that's cool.
I agree 100% with you, Sheena. And I'm gonna throw out a question real quick, and then Facebook. We're gonna jump off, so you better come on over before we jump off. So, our first question to you guys is: should there be a cap on child support? Should there
Yes.
be a cap on child support?
Yes. In my opinion, yes. I understand, you may have an entertainer, a professional athlete, even a lawyer that makes a lot more money than the average Joe. But just because he's making 10, 20, $30,000 a month or whatever it is, $1 million a year, and this is just my opinion. It doesn't mean that he should pay 40, $50,000 a month for child support. I know that
Hmm.
the father or mom may have some extenuating circumstances, but to me, it's unfair because a kid does not need $40,000 worth of care every month for 10, 12, 18 years. That's just crazy to me. And again, it's just my opinion. And then
Mm.
I see Tyrese going through some stuff now. You see NFL players, their baby mamas always want more money than I think they should deserve. But a lot of them are just in it for the catch anyway. They just want that big
Hmm.
payday. They want that monthly income, that surplus. You know what I'm saying? They want to get that direct deposit. So they can go get a Range Rover or a Maybach or whatever to drop the kids off at daycare, and then they just flaunting around town, going to get a Chanel purse or Hermes bag or whatever, just to showboat. Hey, I got me an NFL player. Look, Eddie Ed is my baby daddy. He paying me all this child support. He paying me all this child support. No, I don't agree with it.
What you think, Sheena? Should be a
Um,
cap on child support? Keep it 100.
whew.
Ain't
Mm-mm.
no raise. It's your
Keep it
opinion.
real, Sheena. Keep it real. I already know what you're gonna say. He made the baby.
So I think that if a woman is not working, I think it should be a little bit different. However, I also feel like when it comes to child support, there needs to be some type of stipulation there where I don't know, you get like a card or something, and like you legit can see, like the judge and whoever else can see, okay, yes, I'm spending this on a child, this on a child, this on a child. Because if it's just a deposit going into a bank account, you don't know what that woman using that money for, you know? So I think it should be some stipulations. But if the woman work, I think it should be a cap on child support. If she doesn't, I think it should be some type of a stipulation there. But no.
Hey, Facebook, I'm about to dive into my answer. Hey, we about to get off Facebook Live. So you want to watch the show again? Go to Nutz Nutz and the and sign Boltz Boltz live on YouTube and watch live there. All right, get up off there so I can really get into this thing called child. So I think it should be a cap. Like I'm with Obi on this with the if you're a ball player, it's because you're a ball player or entertainer. Why she should have to pay millions? And first of all, Sheena, why she ain't working? Why would she work? Why would she work? So you say if she's not working, then yes. But why would she work if she got a ball player or some type of entertainer, knowing if things go left, I'm I'm good. I'm good for life.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
she probably would never get a job. But I think it should be some type of cap on it. Like I like how North Carolina did on child support. I'm on child support twice if y'all don't know. Chicago and North Carolina. So what North
Mm,
Carolina did was they went off of my income and my ex's income. And my ex
Wow.
actually makes more than me. So they went off both incomes. And then they asked me what's my cost of living plus the insurance I pay. He's on my health insurance plus that. So they went up all that together, and that's how they got
okay.
my amount I paid for my son. Chicago didn't do that. They did it off just my income, and that was it. They didn't
Hmm.
factor in that my daughter's on my insurance or nothing. They was like, "What's your income?" Bet, got you. So I do believe it should be some type of cap on it. Even if you are a millionaire, I think you shouldn't have to pay the baby's a toddler and you paying what is it, $50 million a month? Like the baby's a toddler. That is insane.
Whoa,
Oh, I mean, whatever it is, I'm crazy. $400,000 or even 40,000.
that's
Yeah,
still a
toddler.
lot. Yeah,
It's not for
that's
a
still a
toddler. Like, come on now. Like that's ridiculous.
lot. Hmm.
So I'm about to see what some people say in the chat real quick. Then we're gonna continue going. Shannon said it may be biased yet necessary. Somebody else said if a band doesn't show to court after multiple times, they will award the amount they think is fair. I agree. Another
Hmm.
person said if the lady is not working, custody should go to the man.
Mm,
Hmm.
great point.
Should, but it don't though. It
Hmm.
don't.
Bias,
Hold on. We gotta say we gonna
bias,
stop right there. Go ahead, Obi.
bias. That's bias. Because Sheena, you said it should, but it don't. Why can't it though?
I agree. Why can't it?
Okay.
I definitely agree with you. I know someone who was in a situation like that. Like they legit are paying child support, and because I guess like if she works, like get a full-time job, then
Mm-hmm.
the amount that she's getting will stop. So she's
Mm.
choosing to stick to a part-time job because she only have to work like a certain amount of hours, and then she continues to get the amount that she's getting. So she's continuing to not work like that much so she can keep getting the amount that she's getting now versus just getting a real job, a full-time job.
Mm.
And she has full custody.
I like that last statement because if the woman's not working, why are we paying a woman child support? Let the kid come live with me then. Apparently, you can't afford the
I
kid.
agree.
Apparently, you
I
can't
agree.
afford. So why is the kid still living there? Why should I pay for your cost of living and stuff when the kid doesn't come with me? I'm not gonna put you on child support, but you're not gonna like go get your job. So I like that. I like that. If the lady is not working, custody should go to the man. I actually agree with that. But again, the courts don't look at it like that. The courts don't say
Hmm.
she carried this baby 9 months and you should never had a baby with her and this, that, and the third. But I absolutely agree with what the person said in the chat.
Yeah, I agree with it too, man. The other thing you made me think of something also is when like a dad and a mom have 50-50 custody. Why is it that the man still got to pay child support if that child is with him half the time? And then if that
Hmm.
child is spending the entire summer with that father or mom, because I don't want to be sexist here, um, why does the dad have to pay child support during the summertime if the child is with him? Like I'm paying you $1,000 a month child support for July, August, and September, but that child is with me. So not only do I have to pay you when that child is with me, I still have to provide for the child. The child still got to eat, got to be clothed, and all of that. Like that makes no sense to me.
Well, Obi, most times if you can prove that you have the child 50% of the time, then that's called joint custody. So then you won't have to pay child support.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
don't.
like with me, I can never have joint custody because of my hours I work. Now, if me and Sheena was married and she was able to take care of my son or take my son to school, whatever, then it'd be a different. But for me being single and the hours I work, Obi, it'd be different for you because you work at home sometimes. So you baby probably could do no, what I'm not even doing a joke. I'm saying you work from home sometime, right?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Right. And so I work 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's
Hmm.
impossible for me to get a 7-year-old kid to school. From school,
Hmm.
yeah, but so it's hard for me to be able to do 50-50 with him because of my schedule. And my daughter, she live in a whole other state, so I couldn't do 50-50 with her either.
So what if
But
you were
if I
married or had a fiance that could help you with the child?
then I can go to court and try to get 50% custody.
Okay.
Then he would be half the year and with her half the year. But I do agree though, if some kind of way that you hit the child the whole summer, some kind of miracle way or magical way or
Hmm.
whatever you want to call it, I think child support should be a big factor. Yes, during a year, I have him or have her or whatever the case might be 2-3 times a week or 2 times a week, or whatever. But then the summer, I
Hmm.
have her the whole summer. So I think that should be factored into child support, but it's not factored in like that. So I agree with you on that, Ovi.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's typically how it goes. You can fight for joint custody. You can fight, but again, we talking about bias. Not saying you're going to win.
Exactly.
Not
It's so
saying you're going to
unfair.
win, even if you can do 50-50 joint custody, but you can fight for joint custody. And it might be a fight in your hands. Ain't no guarantee you're going to win that one,
But that
but you
makes it
can.
unfair. That makes it unfair. Like, what are you doing with that money that I'm giving to you for the child when the child is in my custody? To me, you should be saving it up. But I know you're not. You should be saving that. And you shouldn't have a problem with me if I come to you and say, hey, I'm gonna stop the child support while the child is with me for the summer. Because if you do, to me that shows you're petty.
Hmm.
And so it's crazy too. Like in Chicago, they take direct deposit out of my check.
Hmm.
But in
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, I actually pay my ex child support. So when I get paid, I pay both of them weekly. They both get paid weekly. But Chicago takes debited out. I actually physically paid my child's mother here in Carolina. So state by state is different. State by state,
Mm-hmm.
it's way different. And I'm sorry. So when I went to child support here, I went to South Carolina child support, not North Carolina. I was in South Carolina child support system, but North Carolina I heard is way different even than South Carolina. But yeah, that's typically how it goes here, Obi, and I guess every state could be different depending on state by state. But I know Chicago is directly deposited out of your check, so you can't even say I'm not going to pay you because it comes right on out. Now I could tell my ex here, no, I'm not paying you, and then that can go to court and all kind of stuff. But it definitely is it is crazy. But yeah, if you get joint custody, then you can fight for that, but not necessarily saying you're going to win.
Hmm.
But I'm about to dive back into the comments, and we're gonna go on. 'Cause I got a couple more points about this bias stuff. So somebody else said, hold on, let me check it out. Somebody else said we did ours based on income of both of us and factor in that I pay for insurance. Somebody else said, yes, it should be a cap in which every party that receives a support should have to show how they spend it monthly. I agree with that 100%. And I want to dive
That's what
into
I was
that
saying.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay. Oh, I got you, Obi. Um, I want to stop right there. I want to start right there and dive into that if we can. And I'm gonna highlight some stuff for you to read in a second. So I feel like what Sheena said earlier that um it should be some type of way that when you're paying child support that you should be able to show what the money is going towards. Because just like when people got them what's it called, the PPP loans and stuff like that, they bought boobs,
Mm-hmm.
butts, and cars. So it's the
Mm-hmm.
same
Because
thing,
it's
like you
supposed to be
said,
for their
Obi.
business.
Right. So it's the same thing. Oh, but like you said earlier, people might be getting child support, and they might be buying booze, butts, and cars,
Hmm.
especially depending on how much you're getting. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you got multiple kids or multiple baby daddies, I can't talk right now. Multiple baby daddies or fathers, however you want to call them, then you get multiple checks. So I believe that it should go off of they should be able to list and show how much your expenses is in your house. You know,
Mm-hmm.
groceries, toiletries, clothing, school, and then what else you doing with the rest of the money? Why do you need all this money? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Like for me, it's like you went half on a baby, so you should be paying half of what it's gonna cost to raise and nurture and take care of that baby. But it's like the dads are getting the shitty end of the deal. Excuse my French, because they're working and they're paying. But I understand the bias when it comes into it because a lot of times the dads don't want to pay the child support. They'll work jobs under the table to avoid paying child support. They won't work to avoid paying child support. They'll do what they
Mm-hmm.
can to make some cash so they won't have to pay child support. I mean, it's a lot. So I get it. I just hate the bias part of it.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, let's jump into that real quick. Let's jump into that real fast. Obi, what you just said. I want to talk about that also. Also, guys, the phone lines is open. The phone lines are open. I think it's open. The phone lines are open. I'm sorry, I'm doing all the button push to take the producers on with us. So
Mhm.
all the stuff the producer would do.
He's sitting
The
back
phone lines are
chilling.
open. You can call in 704-891-9560. Again, you can call in 704-891-9560. If y'all didn't know, MP stand for Master Producer. Sheena's up there as the one be doing all the button pushing, all getting us together. She be making sure we all straight. So again, shouts out to you, Sheena, for being on tonight and doing what you're doing to help the team. Love you. So, Obi,
What's
going
up?
back to what you said, I think, and I think somebody said in the chat, and Sheena mentioned it too, some people need to pay child support because it is biased on the other end also, because guys, and I know this for a fact because I've seen people do this, would not work or get paid under the table so they don't have to pay child support. So
Mm-hmm.
what happens with these guys sometimes, especially if the woman's on top of her game and she reporting this to them, once they get the child support build up a lot, two things happen. Either they got to pay the back child support or they get their license suspended and then go to jail. So as soon as their license gets
Mhm.
suspended, they make a payment and then they get reimbursed and then they do the same thing again for the next couple of
Mm-hmm.
months. And they keep getting recycled over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And you think the court would catch on like, hey, how come this dude only paying every 6 months? What's going on? But on that end, for the woman, take it for the women's side, it's biased because the court should see this happening all the time. Like this man wait till his license gets suspended, then he pays some child support. Like, what's really going on here?
Mm-hmm. I, yeah, the child support system is tricky, man. I wish I understand it. I wish I understood it. I wish I had more knowledge of it. And again, I wish we would have had an expert or somebody that worked in that field to kind of help us and explain to us how everything works. But let me jump into a couple of comments real quick. Um, One commenter said, I got almost 50% custody too with no government assistance. And I think that comment came from a guy. Hey, I'm on your side, buddy. Um, Another commenter said, courts should automatically revisit the payment every 6 months to determine if that amount is still needed. Um, I agree with that a little bit. I think they should revisit it every year. 6 months is a lot, but every year, definitely. Go ahead,
Hold
Ed.
on, can I say something about that?
Hmm.
I don't want them to revisit it because then they might find out also I make more money than I made before. So my child support might go up. Because if they revisit it, I feel like I revisit on both sides. We're like, wait a minute. You don't work
Yeah.
that same job you did when you first get child support. That thing might go up. I don't know.
They're gonna be
I
like,
don't know,
run that.
Obi. What you say,
Hmm.
Sheena?
I said they're
Run
gonna be
that.
like, run that.
Exactly.
All right. Another commenter said, and this is kind of crazy. They said this is a scam. On top of that, the system take 10% off the top, so you losing already. I didn't know that. I did not know that they take 10% off the top from the
And
jump.
Oh
Obi,
wow.
and on top of that, they do something called the rears, meaning me and Sheena can have a baby now. Everything is good. A year from now, Sheena can say, or we can break up, whatever. Sheena can put me on child support, and they can go back to when the baby first born and get back pay on child support.
Mm,
That's how you be
mm,
in arrears.
mm,
Back, it happened to me. That's how I know it
Oh.
happened. Like
mm,
what? Like
mm, mm,
we was together. Everything was great, but they went back to the beginning and took back child support.
mm,
Yes,
mm, mm.
sir.
Damn.
Two more comments, and then we can jump back to the questions. A commenter said, "I do believe that you can go to court and request receipts showing what the money was used for. I didn't know that. Thanks
I
for
didn't know
that
that either.
info."
Oh wow, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that probably varies from state to state also, but I don't know. But I'm just thinking out loud. And the next commenter says, "I got a whole parental order from the judge who gave me everything I have. He even reduced what she asked for. But you got to play to play." So he said he got a whole parental order from the judge who gave me everything he has. He even reduced what she asked for, but you got to pay to play.
Hmm.
Mm, mm. Wow. Yeah, that one I didn't know about if you get receipts. I never heard that before. That's a new one for me.
Hold on, Ed. I got two more that just came in. I want to read this.
Okay, go
A
ahead.
commenter says, "My ex-husband was ordered to pay $200 a month for two kids. That's not a lot."
That's it?
My ex-husband was ordered
Dang.
to pay $200 a month for two kids. In 10 years, she never asked for an increase, yet he quits a job all the time to keep from paying that amount. $200 a
Two
month
hundred
ain't
dollars
shit, yeah. But
ain't nothing.
then listen to this. Another commenter said, I have a friend that pays over $4,000 a month for one child, four bands for one child. Even though he is a doctor, his ex-wife is a doctor also. Is that really fair? Hell no. Hell
Hell
no.
no, that
Hell
ain't
no.
fair.
No, it's not
Two
fair at
You
doctors.
all.
making the same amount of money as me?
Child support is
Uh-uh.
biased. Child support is biased.
That's
And get
crazy.
what? What if
Wow.
she's a doctor, a different type of doctor, or what if she was a doctor longer? She might be making more than he makes.
Yes. Wow.
That's
That's greedy. At
crazy.
that point, that's greedy. That's so greedy.
It's people that don't make $48,000 a year. She getting that, and she a doctor. You know what I'm saying? She don't need that. She don't need that.
Yeah, she being greedy.
See, I understand that too. I mean, I get it on one end, like Sheena said, but I understand too. Like, come on, some of these amounts, y'all don't need these amounts. I get it. The dude ain't doing nothing. He's a piece of trash, and he should do something. He should be obligated to do something. I understand, but also, like, if you don't need them, come on, man. You don't need this money y'all getting. Absolutely, you're a doctor, and what you need? You need 40. Was it? What did he say? 400,
Four thousand
40,000.
Four
dollars.
thousand a month.
$4,000 a month. That's $48,000 a year. 48.
That's crazy.
That baby better walk on the moon. He better be a neuropsychologist or something. He better not.
Well, let me dive into another question. We was on that for a little bit. How do you feel about custodial parents denying non-custodial parents visitations when child support isn't paid? Again, how do you feel about custodial parents and custodial parents? For anybody don't know, that's the parent that's the kid that lives with that parent. It's a custodial parent
Mm,
denying
mm,
a non-custodial parent visitation when child support isn't paid. And we got hold on to that thought. We got a caller real quick. We got a caller.
mm.
Sorry, caller. Call back. My bad. Call back, caller. So what do y'all think about that? A custodial parent denying a non-custodial parent visitations when they don't pay child support.
As a
Mm.
man, especially I'm involved in that child's life. I mean, there's
Mhm.
only so much you're gonna tell me. You can't tell me what I can and can't do, and what I will and won't do when it comes to your child. Especially if I'm there and I'm involved in that child's life and I'm engaging with that child on a daily, and you ain't doing nothing. Nah, kick rocks, bro. Kick rocks. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I feel that if the non-custodial parent ain't doing shit and they paying child support, hell yeah, she can say no. You ain't seeing this kid. Like what? You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that as it is. You don't want to see him anyway. So what does it
Yeah.
matter? You ain't trying to see him
Mm.
anyway. Ain't trying to ain't trying to so ghetto. Sound like Steve Harvey. Somebody. You're not trying to do anything to help advance his life or her life. You're not in their life. You're not paying me no money. So I agree with that. But on the flip side, if he is doing, I got so much broken English today. On the flip side, if the guy is in the child's life, he want to see the child. He's active in the child's life, and just might not have the funds right now to pay child support. I think that she shouldn't deny. Custodial parents should not deny him to see his child if he's doing everything else but paying child support. Sheena.
Mm. Um, as a mother, I would never deny my child from seeing his father because my child is going to get taken care of regardless if he is in his life or not. Um, but he is a part of his life, and if I do need something, he'll give it to me. But I would never deny him. Like I feel like that's something that would be a choice that he would have to make on his own. Like, yeah, I really don't legit want to see my son and spend time with my son. Then okay, that's your choice. But me just like, no, you can't see him. I would never do that. Unless you like physically harming him or, like he's in danger or something like that, then it's different. But yeah.
So even if he's on child support and he's not paying it, you still cool with him seeing the child?
Yeah, you can come by and see him or whatever. Yeah. Because again, at the end of the day, I'm still going to do what I need to do as a mother to make sure my child is good.
I think also mothers out there, not anybody in the chat, not you, Sheena, Nicole, but stop using these kids as pawns, right? So my child's mother that lives in Chicago, whenever she gets mad at me, she's using my daughter as a pawn. She
I
don't let
hate
like
it.
one time we went to Disney World a few years ago, and she was mad at me. So she told me my daughter could not come with us, and she was like, "Well, she already been to Disney World." And we like, what kid would not want to go to Disney World every year if they could? And this was like some years. This is about
Hmm.
3-4 years ago. We're like, what? And just because she was mad at me, she denied her to come down to Carolina and go to Disney World with us. Other times she get mad at me, it'd be like Christmas break or it'd be summer break, and I might not do something she want me to do because I ain't know this. You just don't tell me what to do just because you want to. And so she
Hmm.
denied my daughter coming down. And that's why fathers, we have to get these lawyers to get everything in writing. Like my son here is in writing, so my child's mother couldn't not deny me because it's in writing that I have visitations. But my daughter is not in writing, so she pretty much, if she mad at me, she can dictate if my daughter come down here or not. Oh, but what else you got in the comments? You got anything else in the comments before we move on? And whoever
Yeah,
called, please call back. I'm sorry, I missed your call. Call back in. The number is 704-891-9560. Again, the call-in number is 704-891-9560. Six.
yeah.
I
And
can't talk
call
today. Six
and
zero.
and caller, just to let you know, Ed is not a good multitasker. So give him some time. And Ed, if they call back, just answer the phone. Just answer the phone, Ed. Even
I'm not.
mid sentence, just answer the phone. But real quick, just in case
I'm
they do
not, Sheena.
call
You've
back,
been doing everything, Sheena. I've been
yeah.
relaxing. I got. I ain't used to do all this stuff again.
Hey, and
Hmm.
Ed, you see Sheena is relaxing right now. Hey, but
And
anyway,
M.
it says another comment that says, "Funny thing about it is that good men get abused by the system. That needs to be studied."
Hmm.
Good point.
Hmm.
Um, One commenter says they can petition the court to revisit child support. States vary. There's various circumstances that decides the amount. Is the kid in private school and involved in extracurricular activities? Um, okay, private school. Yeah. Another commenter says, sadly, it happens a lot. There are many bitter mothers that use their children as pawns in a paycheck. You guys just talked about that.
Hmm.
Just talked about that.
Hmm.
Um, One commenter says the courts want you to justify your need for child support, but this ain't the 80s. The
Hmm.
last comment that I'm gonna read before we get back into our last couple of questions, it says, "I think that if the fathers are good fathers and are not harming the child emotionally or physically, they should be able to see their kids." Um,
Hmm.
I agree with that, but I think, and this is just my opinion again, I think that the fathers need to make some effort to go see their kids. I think a lot of times the fathers expect for the mothers to bring the kids to them, to pick them
Hmm.
up. And as a grandfather, that pisses me off, especially when you have the means to come see your child, but you don't. So I think
Mm.
when women give a lot when they shouldn't be because they want the child's father to be involved in their lives. But I'm like, hey, if you got to walk to come see your child, walk, because you got your ass over here to do what you needed to do to get this. You can walk over here, and I didn't mean to cuss. I'm sorry,
Shit,
but that's
cuss,
the
man,
fact.
cuss.
But
Good
that's
Don't
the
damn it,
fact.
right.
I'm
Don't
mad too.
apologize.
Hey,
You
you came
speak
over here
your
to get
man.
this.
Shoot.
You came over here to get this. You can get back over here to see your son or daughter.
Go ahead, Sheena, had your hand up.
Ooh wee. So I definitely agree with that. And when I first had my child, I would say probably for the first maybe like 4 years of his life, I was legit like trying to push his dad to see him, push him to call him and talk to him and all of that. And I got to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I am not going to keep doing that because why am I going out of my way for you? This is your child. I have a relationship with him, and so it's like, I definitely feel like the men who aren't putting forth as much effort should definitely put forth more effort when it comes to their child, for sure.
And good dads, fight for your children. Good dads. If you're a
Mm.
good dad, fight
Absolutely.
fight to see your child. Not physically fight, but go to the court, do whatever. Fight to see your child, and take mental
Hmm.
notes, and even write down stuff, document stuff. Save your receipts for clothes you bought, shoes you bought, whatever.
Hmm.
And later on, you might have to sit that child down, like, I was fighting for you. Here's the receipts. Here,
Mm.
literally, here's the receipts. And you don't have to
Hmm.
bash your child's mother or anything like that, but fight for them babies. I got another question for you guys. Do you think it would be easier or better if people share joint custody and joint financial responsibilities? Do you think it'd
Yes,
be
but that
easier?
would never happen. Yes, but that would never happen.
Why not, Obi?
Um,
The system isn't designed like that. It's like, to me, again, just my opinion, it's like systemic racism when it comes to child support. Because child support is biased, in my opinion. And I didn't mean racism like that, so please don't get on me in the comments. But I think y'all understand what I'm saying. It's
hmm.
designed. The system is designed to discriminate against dads.
Mm.
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 I think that that would be the fair thing to do. But then I also think about what happens if there like isn't a joint uh financial stability there. Like what if the man is making more than the woman or the woman is making more than the man? How would they divide that down the middle?
Mm. Say that one more
That's
time, Sheena.
So if we're doing joint financial for the child, how would that work if the man makes more and the woman doesn't, or the woman makes more and the man doesn't? How would you split that down the middle where, okay, you make this much, you make this much, so you're gonna pay for this and
Hold
then
on.
you're gonna pay for this. Is that how it would go? Or would it just be like, okay, whoever makes more, like how would that work?
Hold that thought, everybody. Hold that thought. We're gonna come right back to your question, Sheena. But somebody just called in, so oh, I gotta go to the call line before I forget. Caller, you on the air with Nuts and Bolts, so you only can be Team O because guess what? Kyra not here. So let me hear you say, I'm Team Obi.
I am
No.
team everybody today. So I just wanted to comment on the subject, right? So during my divorce, I was granted custody of my children because my ex-husband at the time would not show up to any of the court appointments. So they
Mm.
granted me full custody as well as child support. So with that being said, he was bitter about the divorce. So going forward 10 years, he will not pay the child support. He keeps, you know, quitting jobs or doing Uber, or every time they getting ready to take it out of a check, he'll quit. But yet he still want to be an active father in their life. And I've been allowing this, right? And I feel some type of way, and it makes me emotional because I don't want to be the bad mom in front of my kids and say, hey, your dad ain't this, your dad ain't that, So I allows him to see them, take them out, whatever. But yet I feel like I'm giving him a kid in the bag, for instance, like a bed in the bag. They come prepared, their hair is done, they got outfits, new clothes. Sometimes I even send food with them because they be wanting certain things to eat. I do all these things and knowing I haven't gotten a dime from him. But yet when he shows up to get them, he's proud, walking around like he did this, taking pictures, putting them on Facebook, like he's providing. So for me, I
Mm.
feel like I'm damned if I do it, I'm damned if I don't. However, I just believe as they get older, they'll see him for the person who he really is. Something that I won't have to say to them. So I'm gonna take care of my kids regardless. But even though the courts will say you got to pay this and you can get the support, doesn't mean you're getting the support you need. So am I wrong for allowing him to still be a part of their life the way that he wants to be, or should I cut him off completely because he's not doing what he needs to be doing?
Thank you, caller, for that. Appreciate you. Woo, that was a tough one, y'all. So, what do y'all think? What you think, Sheena?
Um, well, I don't know. It's like I said earlier, like um unless like the father is like physically, emotionally, mentally abusing the kid, then I still wouldn't deny that right, because that's still his child, and my child is gonna get taken care of regardless, with or without you. So
So she shouldn't cut him off.
I wouldn't. No, I don't think she should.
Obi?
Um, I'll preface my statement by saying this: God is still working on me. Um, I can be petty as when I want to be, but
Mm,
if I was in a relationship with this young woman, um, and I'm listening to her as we just listened to her, I do understand that the kids know what you're doing, so the kids know what their mama's doing. But I'll be
mm-hmm,
damned if I'm gonna go get little man haircut and I'm gonna get, baby girl hair done, and then you gonna post pictures of them like you did this, like, and then you got all of your people thinking that you doing all this and I ain't doing shit. Nah, that don't sit right with me. And again, hey, nah, bro. Mm-mm. Cause then I'm not getting in the middle of it, but I feel like I'm being in the middle of it. And if my lady is feeling bad or feel like she getting played or used, I gotta have a conversation with somebody. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna let my lady, take those kids to see you, and then she gotta go back and pick them up because you ain't doing nothing on your end. Nah, bro. Mm-mm. But I understand that all
ooh,
kids
wee.
need their parents and stuff. But nah,
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm. You're not gonna deduct from my household if I'm putting my 2 cents in, and all you doing is posing on IG. Nah, I'm good.
Sheena, can I say it like I want to say it?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Man, I'd be like, fuck that baby daddy. Let me tell you why I
So
said that. Let me tell you.
real.
So, true story. And y'all know I was married and I had some step kid. They didn't call them step then as my kids. And we was
Mm-hmm.
doing good in the house. And sometimes the father would say, he lived only in Georgia, only 3 hours away. I'm coming to get the kids. They all ready to see him. Don't show up.
Mm,
Never showed up. Or he'll buy them these phones, these refurbished phones. Y'all know about refurbished phones. And
mhm,
then we have to end up going and get them another phone because the phone ain't. I'm like, man. And then she kept giving this dude grace. I was like, man, fuck this dude, man. We good. Like, we don't need this. But as the man, Obi, I can't really say that to her like I wanted to because
mhm,
that was their dad. They knew that their
Mm-hmm.
dad was a piece of shit. I'm saying like I want to say
Mm-hmm.
it because she would say it I can. But my ex just kept giving him grace. So for the caller, no, she didn't. She didn't throw him away. I would have threw him away. If it was me, because if you ain't doing nothing, and then you act like you're doing something for what? What for? What do we need you for?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
that's what I was in the house like, what do we need this dude for? For what? What is he doing? Nothing but getting these kids upset all the times. You supposed to come get them. You ain't showing up for Christmas. You ain't showing up for no
Mm-hmm.
football games, no basketball games. You ain't showing up never. But then, but you just a great father, man. I
Mm,
would throw him away. But in the caller's instance, I would have a conversation. She should have a conversation with him and say, "Hey, listen, I need you to start stepping up. I need you to handle your end of the deal. We made these children together. I won't be like, well, you don't be posting because you can't tell nobody what to post. They're gonna post what they want to post. You can't tell them what to post or what not to post. But it would be a conversation about stepping your game up. I'm not playing these games with you.
And they would go over to his house with the worst outfit, one outfit. They would walk out of the house with nothing in a suitcase, no goodies, no snacks, nothing. They would walk out in the worst pair of shoes they got. You know what? These your kids this weekend. Let's see what you do for them. No extra underwear or anything.
I've done
Now,
I
that
don't like
before.
that.
mm-mm.
Say it again,
I've done
Sheena.
that. I've done that before.
And what happened? What was the
Just to
outcome of it?
see.
Just to see. hmm And every
Come
time
on,
they
come
come to
on,
your
Sheena.
dad,
What happened? What you did?
Wasn't a good one. I'll tell you that. It wasn't a good. I was pissed too.
I'm
every
saying,
time
did
they
he
come to
go
your
buy the
house,
clothes? Like, what happened with the?
He didn't buy them. His parents bought them.
but they
Mm.
got something. They got something. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
That's my point.
yeah.
So
And they would
caller,
have on.
maybe do that caller when he comes to pick them up. Send them with absolutely nothing, and
And
make him,
every time
make
they went to
him.
his house, they would have on that same one outfit. That same one. Every weekend. Nothing extra. Some
Mm.
some people got to
That'll
teach them
make
the
them
hard
step
way,
up.
man. They got to teach them
Yeah,
the
that'll
hard way.
that'll make them step up.
Oh, what else is in the chat, Obi? I'm gonna read maybe two more questions. Then we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna be here long tonight.
Um, somebody said, "Laugh my ass off." Obi so petty. Another commenter said, "The system is designed to break up the family dynamic." I agree with that.
Mm.
Um, Another commenter says, "You ain't going out your way for him. You going out your way for the child." I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But at the end of the
For
day,
sure.
as a man, that other man knows what he should be doing. And I can't look at him the same way, and he damn sure shouldn't be able to look at me the same way if he ain't take care of his responsibilities. But I am. One comment that says, "At the end of the day, we are adults, and kids need both parents. Both parents should be at sports games, parent-teacher conferences, etc." I totally agree with you on that. One comment that says, "Unfortunately, we have to pick better spouses and partners." True. It always starts with us. We don't have to go through these extreme measures if we don't pick our mates correctly. What do y'all feel about that? Like we should pick better spouses.
I feel like, how do you know you're gonna go through this when you first meet somebody? You're not thinking when I lay with Sheena, when I get with Sheena, me and Sheena gonna have a baby, and then we're gonna break up. You're not really thinking that far along, because you think when me and Sheena get together, we're gonna be together for forever. You know, that's how I thought that my two child's mother. I didn't think that we was gonna break up. I sure damn didn't think I was gonna get a divorce. So, I mean, how do we pick better mates in that situation? Now, there's some baby mom, baby daddies
Um,
just run out here. Y'all just having sex, all laying down anybody, you little nasty asses. I
yeah. Hello.
go ahead, Sheena. What you about to say?
um, I don't know. I think sometimes maybe in some cases we may see certain traits and certain things in a person, that could possibly be like, hell no, I'm not gonna have no baby with him. But then also we may see traits, from somebody and be like, you know what, he'll make a good father. And then 9 months later they a piece of shit afterwards. So it just I don't know. That's kinda that's kinda hard.
Mm. What you think about that, Ob? About that commenter?
What was the comment again? I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, we have to pick better spouses
Oh yeah.
and parents.
Um, I think it's not really hit and miss, but you got to do a lot of prayer. You have to do a lot of vetting. You got to do a lot of prayer.
Discernment, all of that.
You gotta, yeah, you gotta ask God for a lot. You definitely got to be praying.
I agree with that. The vetting process have to be more. My vetting process. I told you, y'all going to vet my next person. I'm bringing it to the pod. I'm bringing it to not the pod. I'm talking to y'all and the producers and stuff. I'm like, y'all got to vet my next one. I ain't playing with them. So if you want to date Eddie Ed, you got to go through the whole team to get to me, baby. Because I ain't gonna be no easy ride. This.
And
Hey,
I'm
let me
like the
read.
FBI. I be checking on
Mm,
people.
Hey, let me read these two comments real quick, Ed.
All right.
One comment that says, "Be mature about it and have a conversation about expectations." True. Next comment that says, "Even if you break up, if the two parents are good people, you both will do all you can to be good parents."
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that also.
I like that. So I got about two more questions that we out of here. Okay, do child support laws take into account modern family dynamics? Do child support
Hmm.
laws take into account modern family dynamics?
I don't think I'm qualified to answer that question because I don't know enough about child support laws and like to me, everybody's family dynamics are different. So I'm gonna not
Mm,
answer that one.
I think it don't because I think it just go off what you make. It don't go
Hmm.
off what the
mm-hmm,
family dynamic is because they probably don't even care if you got 6 or 7 other kids in the house. They like that's not their
Gotcha.
problem. They care about the kid you and she made. You can be like, wait a
Hmm.
minute, I
mm-hmm,
gotta pay all this money for this child, but I got 4 other children in the house. For example, me,
Yeah.
right? I
Hmm.
paid almost what I paid almost $600 from one child in Chicago, but we had in Carolina, I had 3 kids in the house. They didn't care about that. They don't care about that, about the other kids, the little brats. They don't care. They care about what you and what she
not
made.
little brats.
I don't think they care about the family dynamic. That's what I feel personally. I'm not an expert at this, but I don't think they really care about the family dynamics. What you think,
Yeah, they
Sheena?
probably don't.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think it matters, honestly, to them at all.
All right, we're gonna dive to one more. Again, the call line is open. We're about to get off in about 5 minutes. So you want to call in. The call line number is 704-891-9560. Again, tonight we're talking about a child support bias. And we all agree it is biased towards the woman, but we also all agree that sometimes it's necessary if the guy is not taking care of his responsibilities. Again, my thought process, I think going back to what Sheena talking about earlier, how would you break it up, Sheena? I think if one person put the child under insurance and then one person pay for all the schooling and then the other person, the custodial
Mm-hmm,
parent, is housing the kid, feeding
mm-hmm,
and clothing the kid. That's almost like because school can cost a lot or daycare. Daycare, Sheena, you know this from being a mother, and school is not cheap. So if I get my
mm-hmm,
child on my child's, I mean, on my child support, on my insurance, and I'm paying for his or her schooling or daycare, and you're paying for housing slash food, and we're both maybe splitting clothing, then that's how you can split it. That's split to me. That even Steven. Oh, what you think about that?
Yeah, I agree with that. And I do know for a fact that just school overall and daycare is super expensive. But I think that that's a cost that both parents should have to pay for. I don't think the bulk of that should fall on the dad just because he's the dad. But a lot of times, from what I hear, that it does.
No, I'm saying like Sheena asked earlier,
okay.
like how can you split it? If you want to, if the question earlier was, let me see what the question earlier was. It was
Oh,
something about,
through a judge or mediator. I think that would be the best way.
but she was like, how do you split it though? She like, how would you split it?
You would have to have a judge
Yeah.
or a mediator involved, in my opinion. That's the only honest, non-confrontational, non-chaotic way to do it. The most peaceful way to do it. To have a third party or somebody else intervene and keep all of the mess out of it.
But when you got a third party, that's how you end up on child support then. Because
Well,
third
I
party gonna
mean, do what you
say
gotta do.
this is the child support you need to pay. But I'm saying if we
Hey,
want to take the child
Mm-hmm,
support away totally, like could you say like I said earlier, the father have their insurance and pay for the daycare, and the mother takes in everything else. So would that make it? You think that make it even then?
I think like one of the commenters said, if you have two mature, good people, I think that they could do it
Yeah.
collectively. But two not so good people, no.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Last question of the night. Last question. I'm not really sure how to answer this question. Is there bias against non-custodial mothers? Hold on, y'all, before I answer that question. We got another caller real quick. Caller, you on the line with Nuts and Boltz. Kyra not here, so you got to say, I'm Team Obi tonight.
I am not Team Obi tonight at all. So, what I wanted to state is that I think one, we give too much credit to the court system in regards to what their role is. They are not going to help us put together monthly notices back and forth about how we spent. The system is too busy to handle all those type of things. It's also too backlogged for us to be going in every 6 months or every year to get things updated when, as you said, that does not always work in your favor. I will say that child support is biased, and I think they should look at each individual case differently as opposed to having a standard for one size fit all. One of the people mentioned, well, if the mom can't afford the kids, she shouldn't have them. In my situation, I was a career woman. I ended up getting sick and ended up going on disability, permanent disability. So now I went from having an earning to working on a fixed income. My ex-husband paid $900 a month for 2 kids. Now, some people say that's a lot. And then also someone said, well, what happens in the summertime when he has them for a month? Well, who's going to go back and do those calculations? The way I see it is, if you would have done what you were supposed to do to begin with, we would have never been in the courtroom to begin with. Now, fast forward, he's paying this $900 a month. I'm taking care of the kids. He can't have custody because of his work schedule. So it's not going to allow him to be able to take the kids back and forth. Whereas because I'm ill, I'm home 24/7. So of course it will make sense for me to have the kids because I have the capability of getting them back and forth to school and other curricular activities throughout the day. Now, the $900, what we do is we put that in the bank. We don't always spend all of the money. We do actually put it in the bank. And guess what? It's put in the bank for a rainy day. Fast forward a couple of years, the ex-husband quit his job. Guess who had to go live off of that rainy day fund? I did. The rainy day continued. Here it is. The kids are almost 30, and she's still $30,000 in arrearage. So, with that being said, I think that every situation needs to be looked at and addressed on a case-by-case basis.
That's deep. Thank you, caller, for your statement. That's kind of deep. Obi, what you think about what the caller said?
I mean, I agree with what she said, but like the last part of her comment was just crazy. $30,000 in arrears? That makes no sense. Like, and if it was me, and if I didn't have a job or lost my job, I would be working at Target or someplace trying to make up, trying to catch up. But all men are built differently, man. There's not one man that's the same.
Only part I didn't, maybe I ain't gonna say I didn't agree with, or maybe didn't understand. She said, if you was doing what you should be doing, we shouldn't be in a situation.
No, I agree with that because I think what she was trying to say is if they would have had a conversation or if he would have agreed to whatever or she would agree to whatever, they wouldn't have had to go to court because he would have been just doing what he was supposed to do. Because if you're gonna do what you're supposed to do, ain't no need for me to take you to court. But if you're
And
not, you're gonna be an asshole about it. Hey, let's go.
in some situations, I told you about what happened to me in Chicago. I was paying her. and she just got mad at me one day and took me to child support. So in some situations, I think that does work. Because I
Got
was
no
giving
people
her
dealing
money.
with.
No court told me to do nothing. I was just giving her money I think every 2 weeks I was giving her money. I can't remember how it was going. And she just got mad at me one day. And next, I got a letter in the mail said, "You got to go to child support court." I'm like, huh? Like what? So I think in some situations, yes, two mature adults should be able to sit down, discuss this like adults and figure it out. But sometimes I'm not saying you got an immature adult, but they're not mature. So what else? What's the opposite of mature? It's immature. So I think sometimes, depending on who you get, it can go very left very quickly. But that's all for tonight. We can go forever talk about this and coming up with opinions and ideas. But at the end of the day gonna end, like Glorilla always say. Sheena, yeah, I never heard her
Lord
say
have
that. At the end of
mercy.
the day gonna end. Sheena, what you thought about tonight's topic? Because we can go so much deeper with it.
I definitely think we need a part two. Definitely. I feel like next time we definitely should have like an actual person that knows everything about the court system and stuff like that on there to actually give their insight and their input on it. But I enjoyed tonight's conversation, and I'm glad that you asked me to be on today. I missed y'all.
We got the producer on the man. What a song again, man. I got to find the song. We got the producer on the. Oh, you should have played it. You should have did it yourself. My bad. I missed it. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. Oh, I got it. Got it real quick. Got it real quick. Where's it at? Uh, all right. Oh, what you think about the show, Obi?
Good show. Good show, good topic. I do agree with Sheena. Next time, if we do decide to do a part two, we need to have an expert on, and we'll work on that.
Hmm.
We'll work on that. And I am surprised that people said Team Kyra tonight, but it is what it is. Those are people that she paying, her cousins, her family members. I already know, and Sheena, we already know whose side you're gonna be on. So
Long as you
No,
know.
nobody said Team Kyron tonight. They said Team Everybody, and I'm not Team Obi.
Which
that's the
means
same
they're Team
thing.
Kyra.
Exactly.
No, I'm not giving Kyra that one. I'm not giving to her. But all right, y'all. So I think tonight's show was a very good show. It was interesting topic, and if you're not on child support, it probably is hard for you to follow. And if you're a male, I'm sorry that you have to go through this type of things. Um, if you're a female and you have a child's father, because we ain't saying a ghetto baby daddy stuff. If you have a child's father not doing anything and you must put him on child support, hey, do what you have to do. I'm not mad at you, sis. Do your thing. But fathers, be active in a child's life. It
Yes.
ain't about the mother. It's not about her all. It's about you and that child. It's about building a relationship, being a father to that baby girl, being a father to that young man, teaching him the ropes, teaching him how to become a man, teaching the young lady what to look for when she started dating. Be the what's the word? Just be inspirational to them. Be their hero. Be their protector, be their provider, but don't get caught up with this child's mother nonsense. At the end of the day, it's going to be what it is with her. And at the end of the day, ladies, it's going to be what it is with him. Don't be bad mouthing him to your kids. Let them see for themselves. Continue to be a good mother, like the caller called in. Continue to be a good mother. Continue to shine through. You don't have to bad mouth him. Bad mouth him. I cannot talk tonight, y'all. You don't have to bad mouth him. Continue to be who God called you to be. And I promise at the end of the day, they're going to see through the lenses of you what you've seen all these years and vice versa. So for next week's topic, oh, we got a good one, Sheena. Next week, we're talking about Are women more vain than men? Yep. We're talking about, are women more vain than men? Because I think they all think the opposite. So we're going to dive into that next week. If you'd like to be on the show next week, you can reach out to myself, Edmund Chapman, or you can reach out to Tashina Nicole via Facebook if you want to be on next week's topic. Are women more vain than men? So reach out to one of us if you want to be on next week's topic. Also, again, like I said earlier, if you want to advertise your business, oh, you got feedback, I cannot hear. If you want to advertise your business on our show, you can reach out again to Tashina Nicole on Facebook, or you can reach out to myself, Edmund Chapman. And also, we're looking for sponsors. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Nuts and Boltz of Life show, you can reach out to me via email at 80ed30@gmail.com, or you can reach out to Tashina Nicole on Facebook if you'd like to sponsor this podcast. And y'all, we still trying to do our Datum Edition show. We're not really sure when we're going to do it yet, but I'm going to put it up there anyway. We're still trying to do the Datum Edition show. Right now, we're putting a pause on it. So if you're wondering about it, it's on hold for right now. But if you'd like to be on Datum Edition, you can also reach out to myself, Edmund Chapman, or you can reach out to Tashina Nicole on Facebook if you'd like to be on the Datum Edition show. But y'all, that's it. That's our show for tonight. And like I say, every single week that we're on this show, I love you to death. I love y'all to life. I'm glad you guys were able to join us tonight. I love you. God loves you. Go out and be great on purpose. Peace out, y'all.
I think my baby hot. Don't speak to any moment. Product of her environment. Shout out to global woman.